What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about another stock that I regret selling, and it's Boeing. So I bought Boeing. Actually, I bought it right here, right? So maybe 205 was my cost basis, and I bought a lot of shares, right? And after that, I saw a little gain. You look here, it went to 230, and I thought it was just going to continue to go up, and this is right around my birthday too, so it was going to be a good, birthday present. But look at what happened next. This is like one of those deaths by 1,000 cuts. It just kept bleeding out and bleeding out and bleeding out and bleeding out. It was horrible, honestly. And I remember selling for a loss. This is kind of like the only stock that I've sold for a major loss, maybe right around here. I sold it because I just couldn't, fathom it continuing to bleed out like this and nothing's happening in the economy. And I had a lot of money in there. That's when I learned that I have to cut my losses very early on, rather than it being late like I did here. So it was a very hard lesson to learn, but it was worth it because now how I really conduct myself in the stock market is way different now. And I've only been in the stock market for a year. But again, look what happened next. Bam. Now it's at 230, right? So this is one of the most frustrating things as an investor to go through, that bleeding out process. I made a video on Uber not too long ago, and Uber wasn't that bad because Uber didn't bleed out, right? It was just holding steady, right? This is something that, it's okay to go through, right? And also, um, Tesla wasn't bleeding out either. In fact, Tesla has gained. It's only here when I started to actually right here when I started to do a lot of swing trading, right? And I still held on to a lot of shares. But Boeing, which really, really pissed me off, was just bleeding out for months. It was a very frustrating thing to go through, right? Because I had the this was kind of like my major holding in June, right? And just to see it bleed out like this, it was very unfortunate. But looking where it is right now, I don't regret. I don't regret like too much because I didn't make that money back with a lot of swing trading at the time. But again, if I would have held on, this is why my number one concept, ladies and gentlemen, is to buy and hold, especially if you trust the company is going to do big things in the future, which I still believe Boeing is going to do big things in the future. I wouldn't buy the airlines itself, buy the company that's making the parts for the airlines. And even now I wouldn't consider buying Boeing because there's just so many other options, better options out there. Um, Especially at the price right now, you don't know what's going to happen in the future with the vaccine and whatever. So it may go up more, it may come down, but I'm not willing to risk it like I did in the past. So guys, learn from my mistakes. To buy and hold for at least a year before you consider selling if you're in it for the long run. But if you're swing trading, make sure you set a stop loss limit so that you're not losing a shit ton of money and just watching it die out. That's basically what I did for a long time. And it was kind of stressful. I mean, I wasn't like losing sleep or anything, but I thought about it every day like, man, I should probably sell. And I just ended up selling maybe right around here. So it was a lesson well learned. And I hope you guys learn what not to do in the stock market. And I hope everything's well with you. So, yeah, see you in the next video.